Okay. So I'm working on a limited time frame right now because, let's see. My phone's gonna go dead pretty soon. But today I'm gonna be working in the Food and Feelings Workbook. Last time I was on live, I did the self-assessment, the Food and Feelings the Food and Feelings pre-assessment, which is like answering questions 1 through 10, like rating them and just kind of going through and seeing where I'm at as far as my eating disorder goes, and just in general my feelings and stuff. So now there's a lot of words, so I'm going to be starting on chapter 1, and yeah, so chapter 1, the function of feelings. You mean there's a point to all this misery? So I'm just gonna read it. In our fast-paced, too much to do, get it done yesterday world, our attention is more focused on our behavior than on what's going on within us. We're riveted on what's happening out there rather than what's occurring in here. Even if we do occasionally take a moment to reflect, our thoughts generally revolve around what we've done in the past and what we'll do in the future. That is, on our actions. In fact, the bulk of our daily energy is consumed either by behaving or thinking about how to behave. Facts. We make endless lists, ruminate about whether we've said or done the right thing, second-guess ourselves over trivial decisions made days or decades ago, agonize over what we should do tomorrow, and keep ourselves on edge anticipating what others will do or want, so that we'll know precisely how to respond. Our actions are concrete proof that our existence is meaningful and that we're good people. Brainwashed, we believe that we are what we do. On the rare occasions that our minds finally become still and notice what's going on inside, we may not like what we find. Again, facts. If it's unpleasant, we tell ourselves not to dwell on things we can't change or chide ourselves for being self-absorbed. When we hear whispers of uncertainty or distress, we shrink in panic. When we feel confused, vulnerable, or overwhelmed by these inner whispers, we slam the door to our heart and rush off, seeking certainty in order, comfort in action, and numbness in routine. Life is too short to contemplate our navel for long. There are places to go, people to see, and things to do. And anyway, paying attention to what we're feeling inside is just plain icky. Don't go there, we warn ourselves. Facts. That's too real. And, I said this last time, but, like, I went through this workbook ages ago and worked through it, so I already have some stuff highlighted and some stuff written in here, which is fine. I'm just interested in seeing, like, what has changed. I don't think I got very far, to be honest. Yeah, I got to page 27, so not that far. Oh, did I skip a page? Nope. All right. We're already on to the workbook portion. Listen to disparaging, I can't say that word. Listen to disparaging language we use to describe what to do with emotions. Get through it, rise above, ignore the hurt, pull it together, carry on, bury the past, survive the pain, resolve our issues, buck up, keep a stiff upper lip. Can you hear the desperation to brush off the messages from our inner world, the eagerness to shove emotions into a corner as if they're obstacles to living? If only we could get rid of them. We'd be okay, in control, who we want to be, where we should be. We treat our emotions like trash, and I have that highlighted because facts again. Just bag them up and put them on the curb. But what if emotions aren't trash? What if they are actually the bright lights that illuminate our journey toward health and happiness? What if, without them, we're destined to exist as shadows of our authentic selves? What if emotions are the best things that could ever happen to us? I don't know. I feel like they're gonna try and convince me. I'm gonna highlight that. What the fuck? This highlighter is broken. Alright, so I'm not gonna use that one. Anyways, I like blue better, so that's fine. What if emotions are the best things that could ever happen to us? We shall see. Excuse me. Okay, so the book has like these things called stop and feel, and this is like the workbook portion of it. So this is the stuff that like I'm gonna answer. Okay, so it says, before doing this exercise and every stop and feel, make sure you are sitting in a comfortable position and your body is relaxed. Close your eyes, let go of any extraneous thoughts, and take a few deep breaths. And remember, don't rush your answer, but let it surface in its own time. Are there any emotions you're trying to push away right now? Write down the word, phrase, or sentence that best describes what you're feeling. Make sure you're not labeling a thought such as my brain won't stop, and that you're focused in effective sensations such as, boy, am I feeling overwhelmed or confused. Okay. So originally I had put that I feel anxious, worried, ashamed for being worried, annoyed, guilty, depressed, sad, and lethargic because of all of the emotions. So I'm going to take a second. I feel silly doing this, but if you're watching, go ahead and take a second with me, and we can try and identify what emotions we're feeling right now. So I'm going to close my eyes and I guess just think about what I'm feeling for a second. I can already tell you that my answer probably hasn't changed much. I still feel anxious. I still feel worried. And I'm gonna add overwhelmed. I mean, that's just being real. Let's see. Ashamed for being worried, annoyed, guilty, depressed, sad. So, anxious and worried are what I'm feeling right now. Okay. So what is the purpose of feelings? From what our culture and families teach us about feelings, you think that they're irrelevant or incidental to our well-being at best, that they have no valid function and are merely annoying distractions. However, feelings do have a function, a crucial one, for everyone on the planet. For everyone on the planet today and throughout history. Crucial one for everyone on the planet today and throughout history. Hardwired into us, they are an essential part of being human. Imagine a world filled with beings lacking emotions. The name for them is robots, even though some of them can mimic human effect. Okay. This brings up an important point. If we all have the capacity to feel, then feelings are neither accidental nor incidental and must have an evolutionary purpose. The function of emotions is to tell us about our internal world, just as senses provide guidance in the external world. Think about how grateful we are for our senses, how much we value our ability to see, hear, taste, touch, and smell. We don't get angry at our senses or try to ignore them. Instead, we accept them because we figured out their purpose, to help us negotiate the external world. Hooray for our senses! We'd be in a sorry state, maybe even dead, without them. When it comes to feelings, though, we're ready to close up shop and go fishing. Emotions scare, puzzle, and confuse us. They drive us to eat, shop, drink, starve, gamble, work, exercise, talk nonstop, live dangerously, and take drugs in order to not feel them. I'm going to highlight that because I feel like that's where I'm at right now. Yeah. Imagine doing that to avoid your senses. It sounds downright silly, doesn't it? I guess so. Book. And I'm gonna add on here that for me, when I'm avoiding my feelings, I sleep, I eat, and what else? Isolate. And I feel like that's going to be important later on. So, okay. Well, it's just as silly to avoid your emotions because their purpose is exactly the same as that of your senses. To keep you safe and out of harm's way, to steer you toward what's healthy and life-affirming, and deter you from what's dangerous and life-threatening. Feelings point us toward what's pleasurable and what's painful so we can make appropriate choices. And I have pretty much that whole paragraph highlighted. I feel like that's really important to remember. This is making me want to watch Inside Out, by the way. I haven't seen the second one yet. I still need to. But anyways, back to reading. Of course, both pleasure and pain are relative, arbitrary, and idiosyncratic to each person. That's why some people are actuaries and some are mercenaries. Why there are lion tamers and librarians. Why monks choose to live in a cloistered monastery and archaeologists wing from continent to continent excavating ruins. People also have varying tolerance for pain. Some will complain at a hangnail, while others will ignore a migraine. I don't know why I have that highlighted, and then on the side I said, varying tolerances to feelings, question mark, question mark, question mark. So, I guess I was confused by that. I kind of understand that now, though. Like, I feel like people have varying tolerances to their feelings. Like, some people are just, like, naturally, I feel like, more in touch with their emotions. And that could be argued that that's either from nurture or nature, like they were either just born that way or they were brought up in a family that, you know, really nurtures emotions. But anyways, I digress. So moving on. However, despite our differing innate and learned responses, we all share major commonalities. I've never met anyone who jumped for the joy at the idea of going to the dentist, or who didn't go gaga over some kind of picturesque panorama. There's a good reason for this. We have a better chance at physical survival if we are biologically programmed to be highly sensitive to both pleasure and pain. Well, believe it or not, we're also programmed for emotional survival. This part is highlighted, so I guess this must be important. If we value and pay attention to them, meaning our feelings, they will help us to live and prosper. The bottom line is that both physical and emotional health are required to ensure the success of our species. To sum up, you cannot live a happy, meaningful, satisfying life without experiencing the full range of feelings, good, bad, or indifferent. I also have that highlighted. That's something that I struggle to remember. And I remember when I first started working through this book, I started getting really good at like stopping and feeling my feelings. But this book is almost 5 years. I've had this book for almost like 5 years, and I haven't touched it in the 5 years that I've had it. So I've definitely regressed a little bit when it comes to that sort of thing. Feeling my feelings. Even the joyful feelings that I have are I always suppress them because I'm afraid, okay, so if I feel this joyful feeling, like, that must mean that something bad is just around the corner. Especially with me having bipolar disorder. I'm always questioning whether it's mania if I'm having a good feeling. And usually if it is mania, or if I'm just feeling extremely happy, my entire life, and this is not to say, I don't know, I don't want it to sound like I'm just playing the victim card, but my entire life I feel like I've done things to make me extremely, extremely happy, and I've made decisions that have made me happy, and then just around the corner something awful has happened. So, yeah, so that's really important. And I'm going to read it again. To sum up, you cannot live a happy, meaningful, satisfying life without experiencing the full range of feelings, good, bad, or indifferent. Sorry, someone's trying to join the live. I'm not taking guests right now. Maybe in the future, but not right now. So, I apologize. If you shut your feelings off, you're asking for trouble because they're the built-in radar system you need to interact effectively with the world. If you want to lead a rich and fulfilling life, accept that your emotions have a vital purpose and read on. All right. Okay, so we're at another stop and feel exercise. I don't know if I'm going to get through all of this today. Let me see how long this chapter is actually. Whoa. Okay. So this is, it's kind of long, and I feel like my phone doesn't have that much battery right now because I forgot to charge it last night. Oops. Okay. Anyways, back to the stop and feel exercise. Okay. Once again, take a minute to gently open up to yourself by relaxing and turning your focus inward. Without judging yourself, ask yourself the following questions. What are you feeling right now? I'm going to scribble out my answers. I originally put indifferent, achy, anxious, relaxed, erratic, and worried. But I'm not really feeling... I'm feeling anxious right now because we don't have a lot of food in the house. Because we are a one-income household. And I haven't been working and we're just broke. Payday's tomorrow though. My partner's getting paid tomorrow. I'm anxious because I have to go to this food pantry that I already went to earlier. This is a side note, by the way. Yeah, so I went to the food pantry earlier and there was already a line like around the building and no parking spots. So I'm a little stressed because we were kind of counting on the food pantry to feed us dinner. So parking spots. So I'm a little stressed because we were kind of counting on the food pantry to feed us dinner. So my phone is on 10%. So I'm going to finish this stop and feel exercise and then I'll get off live because I have to go charge my phone. So let's finish this one up. So if you're watching, I would take a minute right now and just ask yourself what you're feeling, whether it be anxiety, and I would even delve a little deeper and ask yourself what you're feeling anxious about. I feel like when I first started this workbook, it was really hard for me to identify my feelings, and I still really struggle with that. Two feelings that hold on, I gotta check. Yeah, that I'm really familiar with is anxiety. And then, is shame a feeling? I don't know. I guess there's like a page over here where we're gonna like learn about a list of emotions. Like, look at that. That's the whole entire list of emotions that you can feel. So actually, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. And let's see. What am I feeling? I'm feeling afraid, anxious, ashamed for feeling anxious, awkward, because that's just me as a human being. I feel a little bitter. Again, that's just kind of me as a human being. So let's just go. So afraid, anxious, afraid, a little bitter, I'm feeling a little annoyed. I don't know why. I've been feeling so irritable lately. I don't know. One of my mutuals was talking about, like, because of the moon. So, like, maybe there's something going on with Mercury retrograde or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm gonna put irritable. What else did I say? Awkward and ashamed. Awkward and ashamed. Awkward and ashamed. Those are super fun feelings to have. So yeah, I wish my phone wasn't about to die. Excuse me. I really want to read the next part, but I'm afraid my phone's gonna die. How do I know when I'm having a feeling or an emotion? You know you have a feeling when you notice a physical sensation that draws attention to itself. But you know what's funny is I was literally about to go into a whole rant about how, like, I started figuring out how I was feeling based on, like, what parts of me are, like, hurting. Like, if my chest is hurting, I know I'm feeling anxious, afraid, and, like, irritable, all of those. So I guess next time we're gonna kind of go over and identify the list of emotions that you can feel. And then we have a practice exercise, 2 stop and feel exercises, and then this long, I'm going to have to make sure my phone is supercharged for this one. And then this long questionnaire. And then we'll get to chapter 2. So yeah. I'm gonna bookmark this. Don't hate me because I'm folding down the pages of my book. That's right. I dog ear things. But yeah. Anyways. Alright. So that's it for today. I hope everybody enjoyed this little part 1 to chapter 1. I feel like this was a good, like, little introduction into the workbook, and maybe if you like this sort of thing, I'll do it more often, but it's up to you guys. I don't know. It helps me a lot to have, like, people, like, bodily, like, kind of body doubling, because then, like, I know I'm not just doing it for me, I'm doing it for the people who are watching also. But this benefits me a lot, like, anyways. So, yeah. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys later.